Thank you, karibuni. The star marafiki zetu wa Star. Haya, the Standard newspaper plus the KTN group. Asanteni. Capital FM, our friends from Capital FM, Asante. K24, K24, asante sana. Kameme, K24 also representing Kameme, Honorable Speaker. KBC, our old-time partner and friend. Thank you very much, Madam. Nation newspaper together with NTV. Karibuni sana. And People Daily. Asante. Have I left any media house which is represented here today? Asante. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. That's the team that we are going to walk this journey with. The idea is to use our local media houses to market our nation, to market these sports, Honorable Speaker. In a nutshell, we will have 8 countries represented in the games, 8 countries of East Africa, and we'll be playing not less than 8 disciplines: football, golf, tug of war, volleyball, netball, athletics, darts, and basketball. So let's put our best foot forward, all of us, as Kenya, and market our country. Honorable Speaker, we know there's my distinguished colleague, the Clerk of the Senate, is to be with us here today, but he was unable to join us. Therefore, allow me, but he is represented by Mr. Mohammed Ali, who is a Deputy Clerk in the Senate. My friend Mohammed, you can rise so that those who do not know you can see you. May I, Honorable Speaker, without much ado, request that Honorable Vincent Kawaya takes the stand. Honorable members of the media, Honorable Kawaya is not just a member for Mwala, he's also the chair of Energy Committee of the National Assembly, and also the person who has been chairing the Bunge Sports Club, which is hosting this event. He has been doing a lot of hand-holding and carrying the heaviest load of hosting these games here in Kenya. Honorable member for Mwala.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Right Honorable Moses, Dr. Moses Wetangula, EGH, MP, Speaker of the National Assembly, and the Chairman of the Parliamentary Service Commission, and co-patron of the Bunge Sports Club, the Right Honorable Amason King in absentia, who is ably represented, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH, the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, honorable members of the Executive Committee and captains of the various disciplines of the Bunge Sports Club, clerks of the houses and Director General, Parliamentary Joint Services, our invited sports editors and reporters, staff of the club secretariat. I would want to request, I know we have some of our captains who form the Bunge Sports Executive present here today. I'd want to request you to be upstanding so that you can also be recognized. The request maybe just to say your names and your role.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Dr. Dagala Beatrice, Captain Netball. Thank you.
Good morning. Lendikiri Mugambi, Captain Golf.
Dr. Mutsunga, Captain Tagvo.
Good morning. Betty Montet, Senate Athletics.
Doctor for the Bunge Sports.
Is a
Darts.
There is also a commissioner who sits in the executive. The other one is Mishi. I don't know if Mishi.
Morning, everyone. Muhammad Ali is my name. I sit in the executive of Bunge Sports and a top scorer of Bunge FC.
We can give them a clap. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, Honorable CS, it is my distinct pleasure to address you this morning and the rest of the team. My name is Honorable Kawaya, the member for Mwala and co-chair of the Bunge Sports Club, Kenya Parliament. The Bunge Sports Club is responsible for coordination of sporting activities for members of Parliament. I would like to express my sincere appreciation, especially to our honorable speakers, who are the co-patrons of the Bunge Sports Club for Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports. Honorable members of Bunge Sports Club Committee and the captains of various disciplines feel highly appreciated for your big role in coordinating activities of the Bunge Sports Club and preparing our players to participate in the 14th edition of the East Africa Community Inter-Parliamentary Games, the ESC IPG. To the accounting officers, all the various votes, thank you for supporting the operations of the sports club by seconding very able officers to the Secretariat and for always being ready to facilitate the activities of the club. And I have been a member of the Bunge Sports Club for the last 12 years. I really must commend our clerk, the clerk of the National Assembly. He's really done a great job towards ensuring that even the supporting staff give us the support that is required and in a timely manner. The critical role of the Bunge Sports Club Secretariat in the operations of the club cannot be underestimated. You are the key pillar to the success of the sports in Parliament, and we look upon you to steer the processes towards successful hosting of the forthcoming ESC IPG tournament by Parliament of Kenya. We thank our media team for organizing this brunch, and I take this opportunity to welcome the editors and sports reporters from various media houses present today. We are grateful for the crucial role you play as our valuable partners in the 14th edition of the ESC IPG Games. Your coverage will inform, inspire, and connect all the citizens of the East Africa community. Allow me to briefly talk about the hosting of the Games. This year, Kenya will be hosting the 14th edition of the ESC IPG in Mombasa from 6th to 18th of December 2024 under the theme Enhancing Integration through Inter-Parliamentary Games. The official opening ceremony will take place on 7th December 2024 at the Baraki Sports Club, Mombasa. The Parliament of Burundi, Rwanda, South Sudan, Uganda, Tanzania, the East Africa Legislative Assembly, EALA, and the host, Kenya, have confirmed their participation. The disciplines to be played include football, men, netball women, volleyball men and women, golf men and women, tug of war men and women, basketball men and women, athletics men and women, PWD darts men and women. The distribution of sporting facilities by disciplines will be as follows. Athletics will be taking place at KPA Baraki Sports Club, both for training and the competition. But we also have other fields available for training, which include Shansu, Teachers Training College, and the Aga Khan Academy. Football, the competition will take place at KPA Baraki grounds, which will also be available for training purposes. And there is also Uwanja wa Mbuzi, which is also going to be available for training. Other fields available for training include Shanzu Teachers Training College, Aga Khan Academy, Sheikh Zayed Academy, and ASK Showground in Kongowea. Tug of war will take place, the competition will take place again at KPA Baraki Sports Club. Shanzu Teachers Training College will be available for training, as well as Aga Khan Academy and Sheikh Zayed Academy. Basketball, we will do the competition at Aga Khan Aga Khan Academy. There is going to be also other available grounds. KPA Makupa Members Club also available for competition, and the following fields available for training: KPA Baraki, Shanzu Teachers Training College, Nyali Golf Club, and the KPA High Level. Netball, the competition will take place at Aga Khan, while the Nyali Golf Club and Shanzu Teachers Training College will be available for training. The volleyball will take place, competition will take place at Aga Khan Academy and KPA Makupa Members Club, and Shanzu Teachers Training College will be available for training. The darts will take place at both Aga Khan Academy and Tononoka Social Hall. And golf will take place at the Nyali Golf Club, both the training and competition. As an integral part of this tournament, we invite you to provide pre-event coverage activities and coverage during the games across all the venues I have mentioned. I encourage you all to actively cover both the training sessions and the competitions throughout the 14th edition of the ESC IPG. A program will be shared to you to help you accordingly. Your ability to capture positive stories from this tournament will be significant in making it memorable. I request you to share the inspiring Africans. It is perhaps through this that you may show that teamwork can help us build an understanding and strengthen the bonds that connect us, such as common goals and commitment to peace, unity, and prosperity. Through live streaming, news coverage, publications, interviews, and videos, I believe you will be capable of bringing these games directly to the people of the East Africa community, helping them feel connected to every moment, victory, and display of unity. I kindly request for your cooperation in ensuring the success of the 14th edition of the ESC IPG tournament. We count on you to provide timely, accurate, and engaging coverage as we look forward to sharing the spirit of this event to citizens of East Africa community. I look forward to a successful edition and positive impact it will have in our region, and I want to thank you. It will be a lot of disservice if I leave this podium without thanking our Honorable Speaker, the Right Honorable Moses Wetangula. You've really worked with us this journey. We've always had a lot of challenges. Special way for enabling us as a parliament to participate in these games in a comfortable way. I want to take this opportunity to welcome our former star footballer, the one but only Mheshimiwa Honorable CS Kipchumba Murkomen. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Vincent. As much as he looks that young, Vincent and I joined the university SMD, so I don't know what he eats. Mr. Speaker, Sir, Honorable Moses Wetangula, the leadership of the Bunge Sports Club, led by Honorable Vincent Kawaya, the Honorable members present, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once again. The opportunity for us in the executive to always come to Parliament to answer questions and to interact with colleagues gives some of us the very good feeling like we never left here, except the inability for us to enter the chamber. Getting an opportunity to be here to interact with you is always a great pleasure. And Mr. Speaker, I am really extremely excited to return to Parliament today to join the Bunge Sports Club, a fraternity I have fond memories of as you prepare to host the prestigious East Africa Community Inter-Parliamentary Games next month. Since the inception in 2009, these games have encouraged members of Parliament and parliamentary staff to embrace sports. During my time in the Senate, this event was an annual highlight. The rigorous training made us not only fit, but also extremely competitive. The Kenya consistent participation in all the 13 editions of this tournament underscores our unwavering commitment to sports, the East Africa community, and effective organization. I salute the leadership of the Bunge Sports Club for their dedication. And when I say this was always an highlight, it is. And I know how most of the members feel very sad that Kenya is hosting it this year. You know what I mean. Yeah. And I know the preparation that goes to it. I am told, I've seen Honorable Paul Atiende Omolo, who was our dependable number 5, and I think is now the captain of Bunge FC, is here. I'm told the rules have been changed, and Bunge now, you have to only play MPs only. That is really a very pleasant thing that ever happened to this sport. Because apart from training for the competition, our headache always was to determine who is a staff and who is a player. So we had a problem, especially when we play Uganda, because they had this idea of hiring staff the last quarter of the year who are the best in football. And the staff will never know them until the next competition next year. So I'm very happy to hear that it will be MPs only. I wish there was a way to just bend the rule to say cabinet secretaries are also MPs. Because my friend Mr. Ogwang, the minister from Uganda, is also a member of parliament, so and I know he will be playing. And it was always a very, very pleasure to play against Uganda. Very, very competitive. Let me tell you, for the media, this is, you need to take this one very seriously. Tanzania last time when we were in Arusha, they took it very seriously. And as a result, we even had live coverage of the matches that we played. And it's important to note that if you think it's only the national team that is competitive in the different disciplines, just wait until MPs are playing. It's usually extremely competitive and sometimes very emotional and highly charged. There was a game we were playing against, I think, Burundi, if I'm not wrong. It was in the evening at around 4. And we were winning the game. I don't know what happened to one of our players. He just lost his cool. And he took the card from the referee. The referee was going to give him a yellow card. So he pulled the yellow card and tore it. So he was, of course, given a red card. And we lost a match that we should have won. So that should tell you how competitive these games are. Sometimes you wonder why it is that competitive. It's because every member of parliament is playing for the pride of their country. Is that okay? I look forward to this edition in Mombasa. I will make sure that I at least attend and watch one of the matches, especially the football match. Leaders, as we all know, leadership, as we all know, can be very stressful and demanding. We also know that the competition of ideas in Parliament and sites can also create friction among members. Sports, therefore, provide a vital outlet, breaking routine and revitalizing the mind. The physical and mental well-being derived from the sports is immense and invaluable for leaders. As a ministry, we are committed to promoting both professional and recreational sports. While we previously funded both, we have laid greater emphasis in the recent past in nurturing young talent. In fact, this school holiday, the Kenya Academy of Sports will conduct residential training camps for 3,000 budding talents in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Eldoret, covering 10 disciplines. Athletics Kenya is also running camps and clinics in 52 centers nationwide, benefiting 2,600 young athletes. These initiatives are already bearing fruit, especially in football and athletics, where we see a new crop of players who we believe will take the sport to greater heights. This way, we are able to broaden the catchment area, hence opening more opportunities for youth to develop their sports talents. Having legislators who are passionate about sports makes our work easier. I trust that through this parliament and through these legislators who are here, you will be champions for resourcing the ministry and its institutions. Particularly, Mr. Speaker, it is urgent that in the next supplementary budget, we quickly restore the funding for the anti-doping agency, which is a very important agency for our global standing as a country, but also in terms of making sure that there's integrity in the sport. We would like also to request that the Kenya Academy of Sports be funded, whose budget so far is zero, a big zero. Admittedly, I know that being a ardent sports fan and having played for Bunge FC, you will all appreciate that now it helped me to understand the role that I have been given as a CS of sports, and therefore I am a beneficiary of this very important sports club. I urge the Bunge Sports Club to go all out in delivering a world-class event. This will further bolster Kenya's reputation as a premier destination for major sports events. In September this year, we successfully hosted the Africa Road Cycling Championship in Eldoret. In October, the Commonwealth Games Federation held its first ever meeting in Africa, in Mombasa. And this week, Nairobi is hosting the East Division qualifier finals for the 2025 Basketball Africa League. Looking ahead, Kenya will co-host African Championship next year and Africa Cup of Nations in 2027. And we are on course bidding to host the 2029 World Athletics Championship. Let me also take this opportunity to call upon the media to continue showcasing Kenya and its sports in a positive light. Our athletes have placed us on the global map, and our country boasts breathtaking sceneries, teeming parks, and diverse marine life. By telling compelling stories about our nation, we can attract the tourist members we deserve, and we deserve. The forthcoming East Africa Community Inter-Parliamentary Games offer a unique opportunity to showcase Mombasa and Kenya's rich host heritage alongside the sportsmanship we display. Allow me also, Mr. Speaker, to use this occasion to call upon all of us, today being the first day of the global activism against gender-based violence, 16 days of global activism against gender violence, to call upon all of us, especially here in Parliament, to take gender-based violence seriously, especially in the sports sector. You know, since the unfortunate murder of Agnes Tirop, and thereafter, recently, even as recent as this year, Rebecca Cheptegei, among others, we have, as a ministry, have decided that we cannot be bystanders. We make sure that we mainstream the implementation of the recommendations given in 2021 to deal with gender-based violence. And this morning, Mr. Speaker, I inaugurated the committee and a secretariat in the ministry that will deal with matters gender-based violence in sports, making sure that federations are held accountable on matters related to gender-based violence, but also sexual abuse among sports women and, of course, also men. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, as we take this day as Parliament, let's help each other, work together with the executive to make sure that any legislative proposals that will be submitted to Parliament or initiatives that will come from the members are going to help us to deal with this menace of gender-based violence. Last, let me assure the organizers of this sporting bonanza that our ministry is ready to provide all the technical support necessary to ensure this year's hosting a great success. Good luck and may God bless you. Asanteni sana. It is now my greatest honor and pleasure to invite Honorable Senator, Right Honorable Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula Papawa Roma, who is the patron of this very important club, to address this gathering. Karibu.
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, CS Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports. Honorable members present, captains of various disciplines, Honorable Murkomen, Vincent Kawaya, our chair, Mheshimiwa Senator representing my brother Kingi, Veronica, our brothers and sisters from the Fourth Estate, all that needs to be said has been said. Of course, I must also acknowledge our team led by Njoroge and Mohammed and all of you good people present. All that needs to be said has been said. We are going to have a big bonanza of amateurish sports, bringing together parliaments of East Africa. If Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, Julius Nyerere, and Milton Obote woke up today, they will be very excited, because they're the ones who brought the dream to fruition to unite East Africa. And for those of you who are young in age, in the 60s, we had a very vibrant East African community. The resurgence of the EU carried out a benchmarking study with the East African community. We are way ahead of them. We had a common currency, the shilling. We had a common railways and harbors. We had one airline. And we had a unified education system. We also had a common postal corporation. And we had a completely free movement of people, goods, and services. Those days, you sat exams, and if you are selected to study law, you are posted to Dar es Salaam. If you are selected to study medicine, you are posted to Makerere. If you are selected to study engineering, you are posted to Nairobi, University of Nairobi. If you are selected to study anything else, you are posted anywhere. And of those universities and other auxiliary institutions. That's how it was. We had Kenyans in secondary schools in Mbeya in southern Tanzania, in Mbarara in Uganda, and we had Ugandans in secondary schools in Alliance, in Mangu, in Kamsinga and others. Those were the good days. And the community was very promising until Idi Amin took over Uganda. Then Nyerere refused to sit in any meeting that Amin attended. And in 1977, the community collapsed. And each country went on its own. We must also salute Mzee Moi for then bringing together Museveni and Tanzania, Ali Hassan Mwinyi, to restart the community. And we are where we are now with 8 countries coming together as the representatives of the people. If we apply the Constitution of Kenya across the community, the people of the region have donated their authority and sovereignty to you to go and play games on their behalf. So you must go there knowing you are playing for East Africa. And we have a slogan, it's called widening, deepening, and tightening the integration of the community. We hope that you are going there to do that. The theme of this year's Games is enhancing integration through inter-parliamentary games. Last week, we had a bureau of the speakers of East Africa in Kenya. And the speakers who elected me as their chairman asked me to convey to all of you that while it is very good to win trophies in such games, the underpinning and underlying theme is friendship and integration. So tusiende huko tukisema ukikosa mpira usikose mguu. We are friends and we are people of the region. We've also asked our team in parliament and captains. We made a unilateral PSC decision, but it's popular out there, that we must be part of the cost-cutting efforts within the structure of our struggling economy. So all of you, except exceptional cases, including me, will go to Mombasa by SGR. It's going to cost us much less, and the upshot will be sending more members, even those who don't play, to come and cheer you as you play. I've also been told by Njoroge and his team that our fourth estate, the secretariat, and others will be invited. So nyinyi vijana wa media, mujipange. Njoroge will be responsible for some of you to come to give us specialized coverage and promotion. Especially those of you who are good at sports coverage. When we chose Mombasa, at one point, there were indications that Mombasa was not going to be ready. Huyu Mohamed Jijopevu na wabunge wa Mombasa, they invaded me in the office. I said, you are not taking away this from Mombasa. So I called Kipchumba Murkomen. I involved the head of state, and we agreed that we are not going to leave anything to chance. So Minister Murkomen being here is a testament that the executive is going to ensure that all the facilities are ready, the security is optimum, and the games will go on flawlessly. Of course, we will not be responsible for those of you who will go to Mutwapa in the evening. We will only protect you where we have designated you to stay. The games will be officially opened by His Excellency the President on the 7th of December in the afternoon. We invite everybody, and I've told the clerks of both houses and my brother Kingi, when we went to Rwanda, Uganda brought a contingent of over 600 people to cheer, intimidate, frustrate, and ensure victory. If we are doing it in Kenya, I don't see why we should not have as many in Mombasa to cheer, intimidate, and do all that appertains to victory to make sure that our teams, within the context of friendship, still win trophies. So captains, please organize in a most exemplary manner. I have also told the clerk that while members will not be policed on where they are staying, as captains, ensure that all your teams stay under one roof for easier management, for better training, and for availability to play when you need them. The rest of the members can be scattered across Mombasa so that we have an easy management of our sports. Honorable members, invited guests, these games are very critical to the region. And I hope out of this, as members of parliament, you'll assist the region in fast-tracking the process of integration. Bukose Uyu and I come from a region where our communities are across borders. And it's very painful to see. Of course, at my level, I can drive across to Uganda anytime. But when we have basic social events like funerals, like weddings, or general visitations, you are given a call at midnight that a delegation of your relatives coming from Uganda has been arrested at the border. Reason? They are trespassing into Kenya. And vice versa. And yet we have a protocol of East Africa on free movement of people, goods, and services. If East African community protocols were to be enforced, it doesn't need a permit for a Kenyan teacher to teach in Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, wherever, because we can move across. So as members of parliament, the challenge on us is, even as we go and battle out on the football pitches and netball pitches and so on, let's also try to engage to assist the community to realize this integration process. I was asking one of the players, how do people who play tug of war, is it called tug of war? How do they display talent? I'm told it's the only game where even those without talent can hide in the middle, so that you have hefty guys in the front, hefty guys at the back, and you are just swinging in the middle, pretending to be also pulling the rope. And when we win, everybody has won. So those of you who are not very well talented, that is the sport you should go. I've asked Otienda Amolo to allow me, although I've not been training with you, to be part of your football team. I can exercise my bragging rights, Murkomen. When I was in high school, Friends School, Kamsinga were the national football champions. And yours truly was the striker. And we won the championships twice, when I was in Form 5, when I was in Form 6. When I was at the University of Nairobi, the legendary Joe Masiga and I were in the same team, the university team. So, Otienda, if you allow me, give me a position, I'll play 1 or 2 matches with you. Let me not say much. Our brothers and sisters from the media, this is an opportunity for you to showcase Kenya. We have in the past been in the news for all the wrong reasons. At least now put us in the news for the good reasons. That we are hosting 8 countries of East Africa, including Somalia, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, DR Congo, Republic of South Sudan, and Kenya itself, in Mombasa. You know, we take things for granted, members. I have relatives in Uganda who travel all the way to Mombasa to hold weddings on the beach because they don't have one. People from Burundi carry their families to go and show their children an ocean and touch the white sand on the beach. So those of you who own the beaches of Kenya, and we collectively own them, whether we come from Turkana or Mandera or wherever, those beaches are ours as Kenyans. Please go and promote local tourism. Go and make the people of the coast feel and appreciate that they're part of the big happy family called Kenya. And that when it comes time to choose where to be together, we have chosen Mombasa as our host city. And Ijopevu, we miss Karisa Maitha. If Karisa Maitha was there, every member will be very happy when we get there. Those who are with him know how he used to treat members. So Ijopevu wewe, sasa kanyaga viatu ya Karisa Maitha. Ufurahishe kila mtu kwa kila njia. Allow me to end here by thanking you, particularly the media. You know, our story will not be heard unless you write and broadcast it. And Chinua Achebe said, you know, you must write your story. And since we have no capacity to write and broadcast, you will write our story. And please, for a change, give us a story that the Parliament of Kenya is not going to these sports only to win trophies, but also to demonstrate their commitment to regional integration of the East African region, to a free movement of people, goods, and services, and with the support of our presidents of the region in their commitment to unite the East African region as one. Thank you. Lastly, before Kawaya comes, allow me to acknowledge KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank, is on board to give us some limited sponsorship. CoBank is on board giving us some limited sponsorship. EBL